Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Silent Core and welcome back to my Red Dead news series. Today I've got an absolute ton of information to go over with you guys. Rockstar have discussed new properties in Red Dead Online, business expansions, PvP, and for the first time ever actually talked about single player DLCs. So this news comes from an interview that Rockstar did with VG247, and this was actually posted a few days ago, so I am a little bit late on this one guys, but I just got back from San Diego as I was over there for TwitchCon, and I wanted to mention this because I wanted to show you guys a booth that Rockstar Games had at TwitchCon, and it was actually very impressive, and they were also giving out free t-shirts at their booth, which I thought was pretty cool also. But yeah, I've never seen Rockstar Games have a booth like this at any event in the past, so I thought this was worth sharing. If you guys haven't already, my Instagram name will be on screen, so feel free to follow me on there. I have much more pictures from TwitchCon and other events on there. So let's get right into the new information from Rockstar Games. So when discussing the latest DLC, they said they plan to keep adding to this experience, both building on these roles that we've already been giving and adding some more, along with new features, missions, and surprises, but all ensuring there's a clear through line. We don't want the player to feel too overwhelmed too quickly, so from their first day all the way to say the latest update, we want to make sure that there's progression there for every player. We don't want to leave anything behind. We'll continue to add to the roles in the future, like we've done with the legendary bounties as we've released for the bounty hunter, little things, even new collections, and then we add new roles as well. And they actually go on to discuss what a few new roles could be later on in this interview. The next thing Rockstar discuss are businesses. So one example of this is the trader role, which currently allows players to turn in animal carcasses at their camp, which an NPC converts into produce. Once you have enough produce, you can take part in supply runs to generate money. This role is the first step on the business ladder Rockstar has planned. More opportunities are coming in later updates to expand your empire. Rockstar said we wanted the players to start at their camp. We thought that was a good fit, but we don't want you to jump the ladder too soon, whereas we put high-end businesses into Grand Theft Auto Online quite quickly. We actually want the player to start off on that first business and then keep going. We've got plans for other business ventures that the player could do. We just want each one that we add to feel distinct from the next one, so it's not going to say, okay, here's the trader, now everything is the same. We want each of these to feel different. We want players to look back at what they've achieved over time and say, that's where I started, and now look where I am. So I know a lot of you guys are excited to expand your business, but it does sound like Rockstar are really going to hone in on our camps and look to expand these as much as possible, I guess, before they allow us to branch out into bigger businesses. We've mentioned before that we'd like players and their characters to experience the journey from running a fledgling business at a camp to becoming some kind of industrialist. So it's a question of creating a fun and logical path from one to the other with the right amount of steps in between. Right now players are running a business out of the camp with crypts, as well as developing the camp itself. But the idea is that at some point new opportunities may be too big to be sustained in the camp, so it needs to move to another property. At this point there could be multiple kinds of businesses players can look at running simultaneously, but none of this is set in stone. We're still absorbing the feedback from players from these initial roles, and we'll see how we can improve upon these ideas as we go. So it's interesting that they discussed there being multiple types of businesses that players can run, so I guess we'd always be running our one in the camp with cribs, and then potentially we can open up another store or something in a property and we'll be able to run both simultaneously and make money from both. The next thing Rockstar discuss are properties. I know there's a lot of you guys out there excited to get out of your camp and into a real property. Part of Red Dead's charm is the lifestyle, living off the land, cooking up a kill, and brewing coffee by your campfire. If every player can suddenly purchase a homestead and carve out a portion of their frontier for themselves, will this detract from the nomadic lifestyle and stop players roaming the wilds? We want to introduce properties at some point in the future. Again, part of the reason why we don't is we don't want to jump the shark too soon. We want players to live like an outlaw, live in the Wild West. We don't want to abandon the camp. We want the camp to be something that you take care of, and we want the expansions to update it and get your own distinct feel. It's your own camp, this is my camp, it's their camp. We don't want to leave that behind too quickly. Just as a heads up guys, I am taking segments out of this interview just so I can share with you the new bits of content that we didn't already know about. They do go on and discuss quite a lot of the current content, so if you do want to read the full interview, it will be linked down in the description. But the next segment that's worth talking about is future roles, and future roles are confirmed to be added into the game, but they haven't confirmed exactly what yet. When planning future roles and content, we think about the world in key areas: exploration, capitalism, wildlife and nature, pastimes, and bounty hunting style activities which are offshot of the law, depending how honourable you play. We love the idea that at some point a highly ranked bounty hunter could become a lawman. So far the roles have touched on a few of those ideas, but there's much more to do. Another role they discuss adding into Red Dead Online is a photography role. They said it's such a cool idea. Photography and allowing players to capture their adventures and moments is really important to us, and it's something we've already established the community love. It's been amazing seeing posses come together for professional photographs thanks to the latest update. We're really proud of Red Dead Redemption 2 and the world we made, and we obviously have the handheld camera in single player, which is also available in Red Dead Online, with players having a lot of fun capturing Arthur in spectacular fashion, sometimes hilariously so, and we've seen that continue in online. Rockstar did briefly mention PvP and said it will always be there and they'll never forget about it, but they've definitely seen a shift towards players playing cooperatively together. And I don't know about you guys, but I was getting a bit tired of those new showdown modes being added to the game, so it is nice to get more PvE related content. VG247 also asked Rockstar Games if they had any plans to expand into Mexico or even Guarma in Red Dead Online, since some players have gone into those regions and found textures, and they said it is not in the plans right now because there's so much they can do with the world as it currently is, as we've touched on before. We're building that foundation just now, so no plans for that at the moment. When asked about the zombies that have been found in Red Dead Online and if there was any plans to make another Undead Nightmare expansion DLC like we had for the first game, Rockstar says, "Undead Nightmare was one incredibly fun idea that we did with the original Red Dead Redemption, and we've been having fun with GTA Online every year at Halloween, but there's so many opportunities and possibilities that we haven't begun to dig into just yet." Now I don't know about you guys, but Rockstar didn't really give us a real answer here. They didn't really mention what all the zombies we've been seeing in online actually have been for. Is it just a glitch? And they also didn't rule out the possibility of there actually being a Halloween event in Red Dead Online like we've been getting in GTA Online each year. The last thing that they asked Rockstar was any possibilities for a single player DLC for Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar responded, "We've said it before, but we all love single player games, and Red Dead Redemption 2's absolutely massive story and equally massive epilogue are hopefully evidence of that. The team's ambitions for Red Dead Redemption 2 were sky high in every way, and when we are building worlds of that scale, the single player experience almost always leads the way. Our ambitions for our online games is just as high, and with Red Dead Online we are continuing to build and expand to match the world we created for Red Dead Redemption 2's story, not with just the roles but other activities, new random events, characters to meet, new ways to engage with the world and further inhibit your character, as well as trying to improve the overall experience." So as you can see, Rockstar has no plans at the moment for a single player DLC into Red Dead Redemption 2. I've said this in a lot of videos already, this really shouldn't be news to you guys. If we didn't get a single player DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5, there's really not much chance of us having it for Red Dead Redemption 2, because, you know, GTA was the huge franchise that having a single player DLC could have sold a lot of copies for, and the fact that they redistributed that content into online just shows they're going to be doing the same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2. Do let me know down in the comments what you guys think of anything I discussed in this video. I know I discussed a lot on properties and businesses, PvP, and of course the single player DLC that Rockstar discussed, but do let me know what you guys think down there. If you did watch this video all the way to the end, please take a second to leave it a like, these videos do take a while to make, and also subscribe if you are new, so you don't miss out on any future news and updates. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.